Okay, so I'm here in beautiful Chicago and the NCBFAA GTE conference with Tomer Shamir, who is co-founder and CEO of AI Dock. How are you, Tomer?
Indeed, I'm perfect. Thank you. How are you?
Awesome. I'm doing great. So let's talk about AI, something that is very important. It's new and companies should embrace. And I'm looking at your LinkedIn page and you state under your name, transforming processes with AI. Tell me what does that mean in your company?
So first I want to put a little correction. AI is not new.
Okay.
AI was invented in 1956.
Okay.
So it's quite...
It seems new then only. Okay.
The reason that we see it as new today is because in the last about decade, 10 to 15 years, the technology enabled the computing power that AI requires to actually produce something. And the reason we see it now is a big hype and a trend because now even our cell phone can process AI algorithms. So that's why it's coming into our lives and changing them. Changing them in a way that AI applications, if you look at it from Siri on your phone or from Gym or from emails filtering or e-commerce, AI is improving our lives. And when I say transforming, it's literally transforming because we need to learn how to adopt this new technology and transform ourselves to work with this technology. I'll give you a short story. About a year and a half ago, I went to my grandfather. He's 92 years old. And he asked me, Tomer, what do you do? Tell me what your company does. So I told him, my grandpa, let me pitch you, like a sales pitch. You're a smart man. I want to hear your opinion. So I pitched him about AI Dock. And he told me, Tomer, there is one thing you remind me more than all. I told him what? He told me, I remember same type of speeches brought to me from computer salespeople in the early 90s. So we're going to transform your office. We're going to take away all the paper and give you a computer and a screen. And that's exactly what's going on now. That's why I'm saying.
So this is a new revolution in productivity, right? Just as computers were, now AI is at the next level.
All around history, it was computers. Before that, the Industrial Revolution. You can go back in time to the fire. I mean, fire transformed the way people cook.
Of course.
Didn't cook before. So fire created new dishes that we can make. So every piece of that kind of revolutionary technology is really transforming the way we do stuff. A couple of years ago, 5 years ago, if I wanted to set a meeting with you, then I had to go into my calendar and type an email. And today I can say, hey Siri, set a meeting with Adrian Gonzalez, look up his email from my contacts for tomorrow at 9 a.m. Oh, here, Siri. She's doing
Of course,
that.
and the benefits is we have more time to do more interesting and important work, right?
Exactly.
So more specifically, your company can help us customs brokers automate all that. I will tell you something. I love my job, but I hate typing. I hate data entry. Everyone does pretty much. We also have an issues hiring new people because they don't want to go into a customs broker, whether it's a Mexico customs broker or US customs broker, and be typing all day. Just people don't want that. So AI Dock can help us with that, if I understand correctly.
Exactly, but I want to touch the word automation.
Okay.
Deep dive into automation, because it's a risky word.
Okay.
It's a frightening word.
It scares people, you're right. That's another question I have for you. Okay, go ahead.
It's a frightening word, because with customs, if you automate junk, you're in big trouble.
Of course.
So the automation is not about submission of an entry. The automation is of the data entry, not the entry submission.
Okay, yes.
So, yes.
We need to continue doing our job, of course.
Exactly.
Okay.
All the mundane work, which is not so related to customs, just data entry, looking at text and typing into a computer. It's been done until the new ruling from the US Customs.
Very important ruling, of course. Yes.
Was in third world countries.
Shouldn't be doing that. If anyone is doing that, of course. Yes.
Exactly. So the US Customs prohibited that fact. But the fact that it was done that way, it means that for data entry, there is no special skills required.
So I agree with you. We have an invoice, put that invoice into the system, and then comes my work as a U.S. Customs broker to make sure that everything is being filed correctly, and I am advising the importer on any other responsibilities. And we need that.
That's exactly why the U.S. Customs gave you a license.
Of course.
So you do that. You don't just send information. How you get the information, it's up to you. From data entry, you can do whatever you want.
So the solution is not give me a set of documents, forget about it, we'll do the entry. That's not what it is. It's automating what I would do manually is not going to be automatic, so I can then invest more time and more energy into validating and make sure everything's done correctly.
Exactly.
Which we do need that energy, because if you have 10 pages, once you're done typing, I mean, you're so tired, you're not even looking right.
So this is another big topic that I'm talking about a lot is human-machine collaboration. And this is a great example.
Okay.
Because the machine has taken from me the need to do the data entry. That's the intelligence of the machine. But the intelligence of the customs broker is making sure that the AD scores are correct, the PGAs are correct.
Of course.
Everything is in line with compliance and compliance with customs. So that's the human machine, how we collaborate with the machine. So it works for us. And then we take those insights from the machine, which is the data entry, and we make it a smart.
I totally agree. So your solution enhances experts' ability to focus on what's important, right? That's what your system does.
Basically, it's about taking customs brokers that takes an average of 20, 25 minutes for a declaration to make it 2 to 3 minutes, but 100% compliant.
Okay, so let me take that. That number is interesting. From 25 minutes, half an hour, to 2-3 minutes. Well, that's a big gain in efficiency.
Yeah.
Big, huge gains in efficiency.
Exactly, and that's because that will free up the time to focus more on the compliance.
Of course.
To pay more attention to any new stuff, a new ruling, so you can be more focused on being a customs expert rather than a data entry expert.
And I should also say that given the fact the rates are so low in customs broker, and that's another conversation, but we do need all the efficiency that we can get. I mean, I can tell you that. That's something that's very important. All the efficiency that we can obtain from this sort of tools, we definitely need it because costs are going up, rates are going down. It's a very tough environment business-wise. So I think that's important too.
And call and raise what you just mentioned. A lot of importers and exporters, I think, still yet to understand the importance. Because I'm a customs broker also in a freight forwarder. And I had many customers who were fighting with me on the price of the customs brokerage for $10.
You always do.
And I'm like, let's fight on the container price. Because if you're going to pay an extra $10 or less $10, it doesn't matter. The container will build it out or will come here.
$5,000, $10,000, whatever, it doesn't matter. But
for the customs, I want to hire smart people. Smart people cost money.
Yeah, definitely.
And you will be the one who gaining the benefit because you can sleep well at night because you have a professional customs broker. Something it's very hard to convince people to pay more. I agree with you. But something that people really do need to understand because, it's like selling cybersecurity. As long as you won't hit, you're not willing to pay. But if you're hit, you're willing to pay shitloads of money.
I agree.
To get the insurance or protection.
So all that, I mean, it's a great proposition, very important, very interesting. Take me a little bit into the weeds. I mean, not too technical because, we're technical in customs regulations, but not in computer science. But how does it work in essence? I mean, what the system is doing? Is it analyzing the file, looking at characters, taking information, more or less?
So the system has the capability to was trained to understand customs documents. It's not a general brain like we have, where we can understand a lot of things and make it's a lot of things. But in AI, you're taking a specific, it's called a neural network, which is an artificial neural network. We have biological neural network. Computers are artificial neural network, which learns how to handle day-to-day tasks. They should be very specific. Customs is specific task. Labeling that. So what we do is we train the machine first to label the documents. This is a bill of lading, this is the packing list, this is the invoice, certificate of origin, the risk good certificate. So only on that part, just imagine how many times you're getting documents and there's a missing document.
Many times,
So imagine with AI, with that kind of solution, the email is being sent to the AI and we're labeling the documents. And if there is an invoice missing, we're immediately alerting the sender, we didn't send the invoice. Yeah. So if it's shipping from China, for example, when you get to work in the morning, there were all the communication between the AI and the agent in China. And now you have the full set of documents. So you don't have to run through that process.
So the system will receive the email, look at the documents, identify the information that it needs for the certain purpose of customs clearance. If something's missing, it'll say, this is missing.
Exactly.
It respond back.
Exactly.
And then, then...
As long as we have all the documents, and documents are correlated, so we can set like criterias. If you have a Euro 1 certificate, make sure you have a blue signature. At the bottom. So we can set criteria also to validate the documents.
Check HTS codes from the document to this database.
Exactly.
Check the part number, validate this.
Part numbers exist.
Direct validations are also possible.
So there are a lot of validations we can do for the documents even before we started working on the customs process.
Of course.
But as long as we have all the documents on hand, then we're doing the data extraction. So we're pulling out all the text of the document. We're enabling an AI engine to understand the text. It's called natural language processing. And finds out exactly what's the quantity, what's the value, what's the description, what's it all in the right place. After we have all the data extracted, that's where we're asking the customs expert to come in.
Of course.
Either choose the ages code from the database, classify it yourself, or ask for AI assistance.
Okay.
AI can suggest you an ages code.
Oh, because your system also integrates HTS classification. Okay.
Exactly. So it can also suggest you what should be the ages code for that item.
Good.
And the amazing thing, I was demoed about a couple of weeks ago in a new classification system, a HTS classification system that we've built. And there are different, it was separated. If it gives one answer, 99% of the time, it's the right answer. If it gives more than one answer, 100% of the time, one of them is the right answer.
Yes.
It's the right answer, but for you as a customs broker, you need to validate
Of course.
the right answer. It's not like, okay, it's right.
Even in real life, we are not, many times when the HTS scores are not correct, we do need to go through the process referred to as reasonable care of validating and doing our best to validate. So that's our added a responsibility that we have to check and make sure it's correct. And we cannot only rely on a system. I mean, hope it's a very good system, right? But we need to check, trust but validate.
The human expertise, I don't see how we can skip it in the coming future.
Of course.
The human expertise should be transformed. The expertise should involve customs and working with AI applications.
So the great stuff, that tool, I mean, we definitely need it. We will have it, of course, in our process. What would you say to people that say AI is here to take our jobs? This is a bad thing. Skynet, Terminators type of scenarios that you hear. What would you say to them?
So first, I can understand where that feeling comes from. Every movie that is out there today about AI shows how AI is taking over the world, the robots are taking. That's not the case. As we started our conversation, AI is a new technology that is transforming, the same as the computer is transformed. What do you feel, how they felt the entry writers before computers, where they had typing machine? What did they feel when they saw, hey, it's a computer? You can copy and paste. What, am I going to lose my job? It didn't create any unemployment. We can go even backwards more in time. Industrial revolution.
Of course.
Imagine a shoe factory that people all day long punch in nails to build shoes. And then the owner of the company buys a machine. So part of the people went to open a boutique shoe store, because they're still doing it manually, and there's a room for those also. And some of them had to upskill themselves to work with machines. So after they upskill themselves to work with machines, the outcome is that the company makes more money because it produces more shoes, and the employees can get a better salary because they're producing more shoes.
Yes, definitely.
So eventually...
That's productivity, that's efficiency, of course.
Exactly. So eventually that technology that I'm sure was perceived as it's going to take our job, eventually turned it all to for everyone to have a better life. Yes. We're making more money, we can spend more, we enjoy our job more, we work less hard.
Yeah.
Working on a machine with buttons, it's not like punching nails on a machine.
I think AI will take us to our higher calling of servicing each other as humans and not have to worry about tedious, repetitive activities that, in essence, no one likes.
Exactly.
And we can have some more time to talk to each other, help each other, service each other as humans, exactly, and leave mundane tasks to computers. And to me, that's just that's amazing.
That's what we're having.
Yeah.
That's what we've been leading since 2018.
Awesome.
I can tell you that I'm the customs nerd at AI Dock, so I come from the industry.
Then we're alike then. We're customs nerds, yes.
Something that we've been insisting all the time is not to provide a part of the solution, not just the labeling or the data entry, but it has to be full, and it has to build confidence.
Of course.
Because as customs brokers, we're super skeptical. We're being tens or 100 times a day for every declaration we're submitting.
Oh, of course, yes.
So we're super skeptical, and we trust ourselves in doing it with our hands. When we ask companies to use a system, there is a trust process that needs to be built inside of it. It's not plug and play. It's not Excel or Word or PowerPoint. It's something that grows by its small, and it grows with you. It comes from you, and it grows with you. So you can also adapt yourself to that new technology.
Totally agree. Tomer, I don't want to take more of your time. I know we have to go back to the conference. Great talking to you. Keep up the good work, please. We do need that solution for all of us customs brokers. And thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
It's a pleasure and an honor.
Thank you.